Well, it's that time again for a quick update and a briefing. I am Lou, and there is much to pass along. These roll calls from Dirigo Safety provide some information from these past few weeks that you might not have yet heard. They come out every other week and are designed to be as short and focused on Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Northern Mass policing areas. This issue, I'm going to start with a little unusual crime, because I see that a masked man was arrested for stealing about $50,000 from a veterans suicide prevention fund that he was overseeing. Nice job to the Inspector General and the Veteran Affairs and local FBI for investigating this crime. I also see in Boothbay Harbor, Maine, a scam alert about someone looking for $350 for a sports schedule card donation that are faked and used to support local sports team, but is a scam instead. You might have this in your area already, and if not, perhaps it's a good social media posting to your community from your agency to be on the lookout, as it is in this area. I see that in Mass, Governor Healy is looking to fall in line with President Biden's federal 2022 initiative to pardon all convicted in Massachusetts State Court of marijuana possession charges. I was driving in Maine last week delivering some training, and I heard on the radio that the Washington County Sheriff's Office fielded a call from someone looking to hunt Sasquatch in that county and wondering if a hunting permit was required. I said to myself, "What?" and listened closer to the radio. Yes, apparently, and after speaking with some in the Maine Warden Service that I know, there have been at least 14 sightings of Bigfoot in Maine since the 70s, with many believers still looking for this elusive beast in the more remote parts of their northern woods. Northern New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine will have many visitors on April 8th as the full solar eclipse passes through that area. I also see that one of the towns in its path of this eclipse, Lancaster, New Hampshire, has issued a warning about movie prop money being passed off as real money. Some have been taken in by this fake money, and more of this money is expected to be out there and may be used during this heavy visit time for these towns. Those pens used to detect fake or counterfeit money work great to verify money bills, but clearly take a close look at the bills as they are labeled as movie props or for motion picture use only. A briefing about some interesting use of police technology. A Mass State Police robot dog was shot during a Barnstable, Mass. 7-hour standoff with an armed 30-year-old man who had earlier held his mother at knife point and shot at responding officers. The robot was shot 3 times by this man with a rifle as it searched the house to locate exactly where he was. Police started to stage another robot outside to be used when the man fired at this additional robot. About 30 rounds total were fired by this man before tear gas was deployed inside the house, ending the standoff. Something to check into if you are a chief or manage a police property room. Maine officials at the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office are learning that confiscated, found, or otherwise turned in guns that they sent to a company for the safe destruction of these guns were actually parted out and sold as parts. Departments like theirs thought they were ridding the streets of these guns, only to now find out that many were taken apart and sold in parts, with only those parts with serial numbers, such as the frame, being destroyed. The rest of the parts were sold in kits. So be sure to check on your policy or your contracts to see what is actually happening with your guns when you think they are being sent out for destruction. I don't know if you know it or not, but Maine has a wonderful highway safety newsletter. The spring edition features news about data required for traffic stops, such as the reason for the stops, the outcomes, and some of the demographics, such as perceived race. These requirements go into effect July 1 of this year. It also provides updates on traffic fatalities, risks of distracted driving, DRE training updates, green labs, and a chemist corner, such as when is the most common time of day for drunk or drugged driving. The short answer is noon until midnight. I want to include some training, and I wanted to make sure you knew about the Texas Police Chiefs Association and their training resources. For example, this month they feature a short PowerPoint on what to do if you are off duty with your family and come across an incident or a crime in progress. Scenarios such as eating lunch with your family, armed with just a concealed off-duty firearm and a cell phone, and some discussion and thought on what options you might have. Other tips, like what you wear off-duty, communicates you are a police officer even though you are not wearing a uniform. Good training about whether or not to intervene or just be the good witness. Cape Elizabeth, Maine is hosting a crime scene photography workshop in Maine, and Dirigo Safety is offering and conducting many assessment center services to help you with your fair and professional promotional process. Moulton Borough, New Hampshire will have a certified FTO school on June 4th, taught by Kyle Tilsley, just the best when it comes to this type of training. Operation Underground Railroad and the South Portland Police will host free training for recognizing and interdicting human trafficking April 9th through the 10th. New England HIDTA is hosting a criminal interdiction drug trafficking class on May 8, and the ATF is hosting a ghost gun training seminar on May 3rd. The National Association of SROs is doing a 3-day advanced SRO course in April, and there are many more, including a police media class May 21 at Pelham Police, which plans to include a table discussion with a reporter who covers the police. Let's get you and your officers trained. Whether you are an experienced leader or the probationary officer, training helps to establish not just good police work, but also helps to set the culture of professionalism in your agency. If you have something noteworthy to pass along, reach out to me. I want to hear from you and to have you part of our future roll calls. Use the QR code to let us know what you think of these. That's it for now. I hope you like and subscribe to these. I am enjoying your feedback and advice, so please keep it coming. Until next time, I'm Lou. I hope all is well. Now let's get to work.